she immediately points to the mark.
I mean,
there was no delay from Zvonareva.
And just finishing my thought, I think she's had these challenges and these times where her emotions have been tested, and even if she's had a small outburst, she's been able to recover.
What she needs to do if she wants to be a consistent top 10 player and possibly advance farther than that. You can't have mental breakdowns where we've seen her in the past crying on the court, throwing in the towel for a few games, and really giving her opponent even bigger advantage.
So, Lindsay, you've actually won matches against Zvonareva just because of that issue. And you can almost count on her.
Well, I would like to think it was my great play.
That was coming.
Well, of course. That goes without saying. You know.
Well, I've played her a couple times, and I remember one time coming off the court, the reporters asking me, did you see her sobbing after the first set on the changeover? I said, no, that's ridiculous. No, nothing happened. And sure enough, in the replay,
wow.
I was like, gosh, she must really think I'm terrible. She was so upset to lose the first set. But that's not normal. And when nothing terrible has happened, there was no injury, there was nothing crazy happened. It was just, I guess she felt she was playing really bad.
I think for her, it's just an emotional release. Like, we all deal with our emotions differently. Some people internalize them. I think for her, if she gets frustrated and angry, she's, at least years ago, would start crying. And I remember watching her, I think in 2003 or 2004, in the semifinals of San Diego. It's a big tournament. She's playing in the semis. She's playing Messina. She's had a great week so far. She's down 4-1 in the first, and the same thing, just sobbing on the changeover.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I actually think that's a really good play against Ivanovic that not a lot of players use, and just because it's not really a part of their repertoire, but that high ball to her backhand, she has a tougher time with that shot because her elbows are so close in and she can't get that extension, and Zvonareva drew the short ball off that shot.
Yeah. Love 30. No. Well, I'd like to say I had been there for all 6 of your matches with Zvonareva, Lindsay. I wasn't, however, but I understand it was 6-0. You were pretty tough against her.
I was there for a couple.
Lucky stat. Lucky stat. What it shows already to me in this third set is obviously close to winning in the second set. She was never up, but whenever you lose a set in a tiebreak, you always have some chances. And here she has rebounded just amazing so far in the third set. Couple break points now to go up the early break in the third. It seems to me she's moving on better when the chips are down, and that's really what you have to do when you're at this highest level.
It's good. Zvonareva right in the corner. And Vera Zvonareva now comes roaring back from a very tough tiebreak. 2-love. Well, this match is headed all so far. We've had the trainer out with a blood pressure count. We've had a tiebreak. A little explosion from Zvonareva. Now early in the third.
been interesting in watching this match that Zvonareva's been the aggressor. I mean, the statistics have shown that she's going for more. She has more winners, more unforced errors, and that's actually the opposite to what I thought at the start of this match.
And that's not really what Ivanovic wants. Her style of game is to be the aggressor. She wants the match in her hands. So if a player like Vera Zvonareva is taking it out of her hands, that's not a good sign for Anna.
Ooh.
We saw in those statistics, now she's 10 of 11 points won at the net, so she's been very effective in moving forward, and that's another sign that she's in that aggressive state of mind. There's our alternate, Agnieszka Radwanska.
She's had a couple of tense 2 days, having to watch every match and be ready to go. That's not an easy chore. But if Ivanovic, Lindsay, had not been able to continue either yesterday or today, the alternate wouldn't come roaring in. She'd have to wait till the next match. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, exactly. It would be a regular match on the WTA